organization that has had success when it comes to winning championships with 5 regular season titles and 4 President's Cups. We have more total championships than any other team in SPHL history. And off the ice, we continue to be pillars of this community. We've been in East Tennessee for a very long time, as hockey has been in this building for over 4 decades, since the building was opened back in the 1960s. And before we get on with our planned events, do want to take a moment to acknowledge one of our owners, Robert Dyer, who is here today as we talk about that community service. Robert was announced as the SPHL's Wanda Amos Community Service Award winner earlier this week. So if we could give a hand for Robert, big honor. Certainly appreciate the work that our ownership group does, not just for our organization, but in our community as well. So before we move on and get to our expected event, want to introduce someone who has been instrumental in the success that this organization has had for the better part of 2+ decades, and that is our general manager and president. Mike Murray has NHL experience. He has been here through the many ups and downs that any team will have over the course of a season, over the course of its tenure, and Murr has seen to it that this organization has continued to have success, and through this process he has seen to it that this organization is going to get back to having elite success in the SPHL. So without much further ado, please join me in welcoming our general manager, president, and co-owner, Mr. Mike Murray.
Thank you, Joel. Thanks everybody for coming. It's a very exciting day for us, organization, ownership group. I know a lot of you have been a little frustrated how long this has taken through this process, but the cool thing about this process is that we had 66 people apply for this job. It's a very coveted job. Everybody wants to be in Knoxville. I want to personally thank our Executive Vice President, Dave Feather, for helping me vet a lot of these people. The one we chose, we're very excited for. We think what we were looking for is someone that knows the league, knows how to recruit players, take care of the players, make them feel like they're this is the best place to play in the SPHL. We already have the best staff in the SPHL. The product just wasn't there last year, and I apologize for that. 1 year out of 22 is obviously, it was a tough year. So I want to thank you guys for helping us get through it. You didn't give up on us. We had some flashes of brilliance, and then we had some moments of just absolute disaster. But and I think we all know that. But one thing we can all agree on, for the amount of years that we've been here, we did it in a certain way. We always try to do things the right way. And our culture here is what makes us go. Right from the ownership group to our season ticket holders, our members, our corporate partners, all of our groups, everybody that supports our promotions, and especially Knoxville, the city of Knoxville, and the community really help us do what we do. Now for the reason you're here. Although there were very, very many qualified candidates, the one chosen that we expect here, like I said, he knows the league, he knows players. As soon as I mention his name, I'm sure his phone's going to blow up for everybody that wants to play here. He came from 5 years of experience with the Wichita Thunder of the ECHL. I'd like you guys to give a warm Knoxville welcome to the new head coach of the Knoxville Ice Bears, John Gurskis. Welcome aboard, bud.
Thank you, guys. Well, that was test number 1. Nobody booed, so we're off and running. Thank you, Murr. Appreciate the introduction. I also like to thank Dave Feather, who for his hospitality and welcoming me to the city of Knoxville and the Ice Bears. Also, congratulations to you, Robert, for the Community Service Award. Well done. I've been coming to this city as a visitor since 1999. Back then the team was known as the Knoxville Speed. They had a wily veteran named Mike Murray, and a crazy guy named Rusty McKee. He was chasing me around the ice trying to knock my head off, and Mike was scoring points. I've probably spent 50 to 75 games here as a visitor, and I'm not going to lie to you, I hated playing here. Absolutely hated it. and that's a good thing, right? But now that I'm on the other side and I'm going to be on the home bench, and rather than have fans yell at me, you're going to be clapping for me. Well, hopefully that's the goal, right? But towards the end of my career, it was the same deal. I'd come here, and you had a gentleman by the name of Kevin Swider scoring goals, and then you had, a madman, Mikey Cregan, trying to take my head off. So the theme was I was never comfortable coming here as a visiting player, and I think we need to get back to that. Knoxville Ice Bear hockey, the way it once was. And I'm positive we can get there. It's not going to be easy, but we'll get there. Just want to take this time to thank some people that made this possible. Bruce Ramsey, he's the head coach and general manager for the Wichita Thunder. Worked under him for the last 5 seasons. Learned so much. He's been a good friend of mine for 25 years. We were roommates, we were line mates. He's the one that was responsible for bringing me down south to begin with. Before the SP even became the SP, I think it was the Atlantic Coast Hockey League. And he recruited me to play for a team called the St. Pete Parrots. And I really enjoyed my time in the south. And, obviously I spent another 6 years in the SP, so I really liked playing in the south. The people are very friendly, and the weather's nice. Also want to thank my family. I'm sure my mom's at home right now. She had a tough decision to make, either go to the parade for the Boston Celtics, the championship parade, or watch her son on Facebook. So I think she met me in the middle. She probably has the parade on the TV and has me on her iPad. But she's my #1 fan. She's been with me every step of the way. In the wintertime, during the season when we have a game, and she'll be in the recliner and she'll have the Bruins on the big screen. She'll have our game on Flow Hockey, and then she'll have my sister's game on the iPad, and then she'll probably have her cell phone playing Scrabble or Words with Friends. But once the final buzzer goes off, it doesn't take her long to shoot me a text, let me know her thoughts, which she's a great resource. If we didn't play that well, she'll just say, hey, I really like your tie. And if we didn't play well, she'll keep it classy. Hey, tell your goalie he may need glasses, but she's been my #1 fan, and I love her. If you're watching, Mom, I love you. Also my sisters, they've been with me every step of the way too. Being a hockey coach and a hockey player, you spend a lot of time away from home. I've missed a lot of birthdays, Christmases, Thanksgivings, and they've always supported me, and they've enabled me to be a hockey lifer. With all that said, really happy to be here, guys, truthfully. I'm honored to be the coach of the Knoxville Ice Bears. Coming here for so many years, I've always respected the organization from top to bottom. The players that have come through here. It's funny, earlier this morning I started getting text messages because somebody let the cat out of the bag that I was going to be the coach. But Kevin Swider, Mikey Cregan, KJ Voorhees, Jamie Ronayne, all the guys that I competed against for years, and we wanted to kill each other back then, but the great part of this game is the people that are involved with it. The wins and the losses tend to fade over time, but the relationships you have with the people, not just the teammates, but the fans, the booster club. I'm really excited to get the season going and get back to some of these other cities that I once played in and reconnect with some fans and some good friends of mine. I won't keep you. It's a beautiful day out there, but I look forward to seeing everyone tonight at the meet and greet. Once again, thank you so much.
You guys hear me okay? Okay, there we go. At this time, we'd like to open up questions to the media for John. And I've got 2 mic runners over here, so if you just wait on our staff, they'd be happy to assist you so we can hear you.
Welcome to Knoxville, John. KCK, work for WAT. Just curious, when you come into a program and kind of try to turn it around from the year before, just what goes into that and how do you feel like you can implement that successfully here in Knoxville?
Thanks for your question. It just starts with some honest conversation from the guys from last year, and then after that, you just spend a lot of time on the phone recruiting and selling the city of Knoxville and the Ice Bear organization. Like I said in my opening notes, you're selling more than just an opportunity to play hockey. You have to sell the city and the organization. And the organization's been a benchmark for the SPHL for a while now. It's been a good organization from top to bottom, and it's still that way. And we're going to return to what it once was. It's going to take a lot of work, but it's just conversations. And I'm confident we're going to get there sooner than later.
Hello, John. As you approach your first year as a Knoxville Ice Bears head coach, have you begun to ascertain to what extent we're looking at a remodeling of existing structure versus a tear down and rebuild?
Another good question. Like I said, I think it just starts with honest conversations with the guys from last year's team. It's a developmental league, so I know the record wasn't well, and some of the games were hard to watch. I was able to watch some of the games on the plane ride down, and there was some good stuff and obviously some bad stuff. I don't have to tell you guys. You guys are the fans. You've seen it all year. But it's a challenge that I welcome. The pressure is a privilege, and I think there's a certain amount of pressure when you coach the Knoxville Ice Bears because the standard has been set with the championships and all the good players that have previously played here. I mean, I remember losing the finals in '05 when I was with Florida. Jim Birmingham was the coach, and he brought in his younger brother for the playoffs. I think in that series alone, I think he had 2 or 3 goals every game. He was on fire. But I already kidded Swides when he texted me this morning. I said, "Get on a bike. I'm going to need you to run the power play." But no, obviously, it's going to take some time. But I'm not quite sure what the plan will be just yet. All of this happened pretty fast over the last 2 or 3 weeks, but it starts today. I've already received some texts from some agents and some players that are in other leagues and other teams that are interested in coming to play for me. So I'm excited for that opportunity. Thank you for your question.
Coach, welcome to Knoxville. Griffin Hadley, WTK Rock Solid Sports. Knoxville loves their sports, and especially around the city. And Mr. Murray talked about the growth of the culture and this team on and off the ice. How exciting is that for you coming into this city that embraces athletics and success? And how do you plan on kind of putting your own spin on continuing to grow this team off the ice?
Yeah, good question. Thank you. Last weekend, I came in for a meet and greet with the ownership group, and it was electric. The baseball team was playing. It was a nice comeback win. We were driving around downtown in the golf cart, and people were waving, and it was very refreshing. I grew up just south of Boston, and the last 25 years or so, we've had it pretty good from a fan standpoint. We're all fans of something, and I think, again, to touch on the pressure is a privilege. That's any coach, wants to be challenged, and I think the standard that is here, that exists in the city at all levels, all sports, is great. But I can tell you one thing. I've never played at the Coliseum when it wasn't packed and loud, and it's just one of those organizations that's done it right from the get-go. So I look forward to being a part of that.
what would you want potential players to know about what you plan to do here in the next season that might be interested to come? Just what would you say to them about what you plan to establish here?
Well, first and foremost, going to give everyone an opportunity from last year's team. It's an opportunity for them to hit the reset button. And whatever's happened in the past, it's in the past. Like I said, it's a developmental league, so there's growth in every player. And I know it wasn't a successful season last year, but guys still were able to, if you were a rookie or a second-year guy, you were able to get some valuable experience and you deal with a lot of adversity. So the guys were, they're on the bottom, and you can only go up, right? The last place hockey club, so you can only go up, and it will get better. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of work that goes into it. It starts with some honest conversations, and then you just go from there. But as far as guys that I'm looking for, professional hockey players, and when I mean that, you got to be a good pro. The way you approach day-to-day activities. Guys come to the rink early, be prepared, get out in the community. Be more than just a hockey player. Just be a good person. Over time, I'm an older guy. I played 10 years, and I coached youth hockey, I coached junior hockey, and now I'm coaching professional hockey. So I've been coaching for the last 15 years now, and I myself are evolving, and I'm growing as well. And the coach I was 3 years ago is not who I am now, and I expect that from the players as well. So there's going to be growth there. So don't write off the players from last year just yet, because they may have something to prove, and you may be surprised. Brady Florent, we had him as a call-up in Wichita, I believe it was 3 seasons ago, and he wasn't ready for our level at that time, but look at him last year. He got that call-up last year, and I think he ended up with 15 goals. He's a good hockey player now. But my point is, everyone has a chance to develop, and it's not a race. Some guys get better, faster than others, and there's only one way to find out. But once we reconvene for the start of the season and training camp, I guarantee you there'll be a better product on the ice.
All right, well, at this time, we would like to continue on with the latest part of our presentation, and that is the unveiling of our 2024-25 regular season jerseys that our team has taken the time to put together, where in implementing a little bit like we did last year of showing how proud we are to be from Knoxville and to be in this city, and how much we enjoy being in the East Tennessee community. So Mur, if you would assist me with this one over here, presenting the 2024-25 home and away regular season jerseys. So as you can see on our cream color jersey over here, the Smoky Mountains kind of outline the bottom of the jersey, and we've got the Knoxville skyline over on the sleeves, and then faded into the home purple jersey, the skyline here as well. You can see the sun sphere right there. So once again, a little bit like what we did with the Smoky Mountain going across the front of the black and white jerseys last year, wanting to continue that theme of how proud we are to be in East Tennessee, to be in Knoxville, and how much we appreciate the community sustaining our organization and having the best fan base in the SPHL now going into our 23rd season. That concludes our press conference. Thank you all, everyone, so much for coming. Once again, as we mentioned on social media, fans are invited over to the Coliseum Ballroom for a short meet and greet with John. He'll be over there momentarily. So that concludes everything on this end. Thank you again to everyone for being here. Appreciate it.
Staff come up and get a picture with John.